Hi and welcome to another liquid cooling Espresso video. In this edition, I'm comparing liquid cooling technology and weighing up some of the pros and the cons. So regarding the technologies at play, there's direct-to-chip, single-phase and two-phase. In direct-to-chip, the liquid is not in direct physical contact with the IT components and the heat extraction is via a cold plate on the chip. Now when we're talking about phases, we mean fluid, not power. In single phase, the liquid coolant stays as a liquid throughout and cools all the components via the cold plate. Now in two-phase direct-to-chip, the coolant changes state from a liquid to a gas and back to a liquid throughout the cooling loop. Immersion cooling can be via a tank or chassis level. Now in a tank, all the compute is submerged in the coolant itself. In single-phase immersion, the liquid is circulated via a heat exchanger. Now in two-phase immersion, the liquid boils and the gas is cooled via a condenser coil and recirculated. The tank is sealed via a lid in two-phase, whereas single-phase tanks may be open. Servers are orientated horizontally, similar to a chest freezer that you may well find at home. Chassis immersion works in a similar way. A single-phase fluid is present in a sealed chassis containing the server. The liquid coolant removes the heat and the fluid does not change state in that cooling loop at all. All these technologies have pros and cons. Data centers will require different solutions and you've got to design per site. Now some of the pros and cons of direct-to-chip include high density and performance. It helps manage the transition from air to liquid, working as a hybrid solution. It uses the traditional server vertical form factor and it can be easier to retrofit. In some cons for direct-to-chip, they can include it only removing 60 to 80% of the heat. It requires liquid and air. It can be a risk of coolant leaks. You have the potential to lead to vendor lock-in as well. So some pros of tank level immersion, they include the fact that you're removing the entire heat load with excellent thermal performance. Single phase is more environmentally friendly. You've got reduced total cost of ownership, integrated coolant distribution unit, so there's no need for air top-up. Some cons of tank level include two-phase fluids can carry toxicity challenges. It can be expensive and complex to deploy with customization required, complex to maintain, and you can have weight concerns of the tank and the fluid, which requires slab floors. Some pros of chassis immersion include support of high density applications, excellent thermal performance, applies a similar traditional data center layout with low noise. You can target high performance compute with zero contaminants via sealed chassis. Some cons of chassis immersion include things like limited supplier base, server rack modifications that are required. The server can be bulky, so it adds to weight. Maintenance can be an issue with the sealed nature of a chassis, adding that complexity and cost. So to conclude, each technology offers advantages and disadvantages. Understanding all these factors and working in your supply chain will allow you to realize the best fit solution, and we can help you with that. Thank you.